Hey, a bit stiff from that old Yorkshire geek. Got a bit of Star Trek news today. A bit of Star Trek Lower Decks news. This is from Collider. Star Trek Lower Decks creator teases big conceptual swings for season 4 finale. 'Cause we're on season 4 of Lower Decks at the moment. We're up to episode 6. So we have a few more episodes to go before the finale. The big mystery of the season is this mystery ship that keeps appearing and apparently, although we don't know, destroying every other ship it comes across. It's destroyed Klingon and Romulan and Orion and Ferengi ships. So we will see what happens. Right, let's have a look at this article then. Let's have a look. So there we go. It is. Right, so here we go. Star Trek Lower Decks. Creator teases big conceptual swings for season 4 finale. And there's the Lower Decks. The Lower Deckers, as they're called. Right. Star Trek Lower Decks season 4 is in full swing with the 6th season episode Path Ferengi's Heart Place hitting Paramount Plus today, which was yesterday, which sees Rutherford, Eugene Cordero, and Tendi Noel Wells going full fan fiction. They pretend to be married because they go to Ferenginar. Ferenginar's joining the Federation, or in the process of joining the Federation, and they really kind of dilute the Ferengi culture a bit. Well, not a bit, they do. It's becoming less and less capitalist, So I imagine within a few generations, it'll be just like everywhere else in the Federation. I imagine. Poor Ferengi. Anyway, going full fan fiction. Mariner, Tawny Newsom, struggling with accepting her own progress. She just gets into a fight for no reason because she can't accept that she's doing well. And Boimler, Jack Quaid, finally taking some time to relax, but not deliberately. He goes down to the planet. They're all sent, by the way, to update the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for the Federation about Ferenginar and the leisure facilities they've got there. So Boimler decides to make himself this huge itinerary of things he's going to do while he's there, and gets waylaid by Ferengi television, which is a lot like our television. It's kind of suggesting that the Ferengi, being capitalists, are more like we are today, which I suppose that was the point when they were originally created. When they were originally created, the Ferengi, when they first mentioned in Encounter at Farpoint in Star Trek: The Next Generation, they were supposed to be the new big bad. They're supposed to replace the Klingons. Because if you remember, the Federation was at peace with the Klingons. We even had a Klingon officer on the Enterprise bridge in Worf. But as the series went on, I think within a few episodes, in the last outpost, we finally saw their ship, the Marauder class. Not the Marauder class. Whatever, the Ferengi Marauder. I can't remember what class they are. The Ferengi Marauder, which were an impressive design, which were even spoken about in the episode. But then the Ferengi themselves quickly became comical and all about the money. Anyway, meanwhile, we also get to see Captain Freeman, Dawn Lewis, work with Deep Space Nine's Rom, Max Grodenchik, and Lita, Chase Masterson, to begin Ferenginar's application to join the Federation. She's helping out this admiral, and I don't know if he's got a name. I never saw his name mentioned. I can't even remember if we've seen him before in the series. Maybe we have. I don't know. I can't remember. I have no memory whatsoever. I'm rubbish at retention. Anyway, and this is just one of the epic adventures the crew of the Cerritos takes on in season 4. Right, ahead of this episode, I sat down, as in who sat down? Samantha Coley. She did. I presume it's a she. Head of this episode, Samantha Coley sat down with series creator Mike McMahon to chat about all of the exciting things happening in the 4th season of Lower Decks, from kicking off the season with promotions for our favourite Lower Deckers. Yes, there were ensigns, and now they're all Lieutenant JGs, Lieutenant Junior grades. To what to expect from the upcoming finale. When asked if there's anything from this season that he can't believe they got away with, McMahon teased some really cool stuff for the final 2 episodes of season 4, so that's 9 and 10, saying, quote, "Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think, but let's start again. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think, but let's let the season end." It's because there were 2 lets next to each other. It confused me. I won't edit it out. What the heck? There's some really cool stuff in episodes 9 and 10 that I've purposefully held back from everybody. That is a big swing, big in bold, big swing for the fences. Cool, conceptually wild stuff that I'm really proud of and have a good feeling about. And that's some of how I would respond to that. What do you mean? That's some of how I would respond. What does that mean? I don't know. While he couldn't reveal much more of those upcoming episodes, previous Lower Decks episodes have already made epic swings for the series with special guest stars like Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis appearing in the season 1 finale to large-scale episodes like Crisis Point, delivering feature-length quality stories in less than 30 minutes. So whatever McMahon has in store for the finale must truly be on another level. Thankfully, the upcoming season finale is not goodbye for the crew of the Cerritos. Earlier this year, ahead of the season 4 premiere, Lower Decks was renewed for a 5th season, alongside the renewal of Strange New Worlds for season 3. However, after that, the future is unclear, even for McMahon. Even if there's something I want to do with them, I'm probably not going to get 7 seasons of this show. So, what I need to accomplish with them in a natural way, I should do if I'm feeling it, he told Collider. He went on to encourage fans to get more viewers to watch the animated series, saying, I have more than 7 seasons worth of story. I would love to get 7 seasons to have that TNG look. Next Generation got 7 seasons, as did Deep Space Nine and Voyager. I would say if you want 7 seasons of the show, I would rather you get more people to watch it now than assume you'll do a letter writing campaign if we don't get more, because right now we only have 5 seasons. Yes, watch it. It's on Paramount Plus. It's also on Amazon in the UK. So get it watched. Famously, not famously because I'm not famous, but I always said that I hated Lower Decks, and then because I didn't like the way it started, then I was cajoled into watching the rest of it, and actually kind of fell in love with it after that. I really enjoy it now. So do watch it. Do watch it. Get past the first season or the first few episodes of season 1, and it does get a lot better. Anyway, and kind of even though it's supposed to be canon, kind of think of it as like not actually a living representation of what's happening on screen, because it's not live action, it's animated. Think of it as like an animated version of a history book. Whereas the live action, what we're seeing in like Strange New Worlds and the other live action Star Trek series, Next Generation, you can say, oh, we're watching what happened. Think of Lower Decks as we're watching somebody doing their interpretation of what happened, which is why things get a bit wild and wacky sometimes. That's how I look at it. Anyway, we're working on season 5, but there's no clear picture in the future. So if you love Lower Decks, get somebody else to sign up for Paramount Plus and watch it. The first 6 episodes of Lower Decks season 4 are now available on Paramount Plus, with the remaining episodes hitting the streamer weekly every Thursday. Stay tuned at Collider for our full conversation with McMahon. Oh, so they must have the full interview, either in video or in an article. I don't know. But yes, do watch Lower Decks. Give it a go. Because remember, I hated it to begin with, and then I give it a go, and I carried on watching it, and I ended up falling in love with it, and I really like it now. So give it a whirl. And I really like the California class. I didn't like it to begin with. I still don't like the opening titles, the opening credits. I still don't like them because it just shows that the ship is rubbish. It's kind of a bit like the Orville. The initial idea for the Orville this were a rubbish ship with a rubbish captain and a rubbish crew going basically stumbling around the galaxy on these adventures and being rubbish. But as the series went on, it showed that actual the crew were actually really good, even though they did get into some goofy things. They were actually really good, and the Orville ship itself became the most important ship in the Union fleet. And it could be argued that a similar thing happens in Lower Decks. It's supposed to be a crap ship, a California class, with a rubbish crew, and they get the lowest scores or whatever in Starfleet. But it turns out that they end up being a good crew and with a lot of potential. And the California class comes into its own. Particularly, I think it's the end of season 3. I think I kind of got a bit of a lump in my throat with all the California class ships warping to save the day, and it were cool. So yes, give lower decks a chance. Give lower decks a chance. Right, we'll leave it there. So, right, I'll make myself full screen again. Right, so thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.